Final video for today. It's been a long day. UNC ones. Always a long day. When you get a shoe that's like that hot. Anyway, Black History Month. Had a lot of people complaining about the Black History Month pack this year. The Adidas Black History Month pack. And then a lot of people sharing videos and things like that and comments about the employment situation at different companies. Here's the thing, and I'm going to get to the sneaker. This is the Kyrie 5 Black History Month, and it's a 10.5. The color is white, metallic red, bronze. Style code is BQ6237-100. The SRP is $130. Size 10.5. UPC is 192-501-337-775, and there's a 14 at the end. Now I'm going through all of this, and then I'll get to what I was about to say. The Black History Month boxes typically don't have stamps, but this one actually does, and you can see it here at the end. It's in red at the top. There's no QC sticker that I can see right away. I'm going to pull those out, and there's no QC sticker, but the stamp reads, let's see if I can make that out, 18-11-24-01N. 18-11-24-01N. So I'm going to grab a shoe out. And while I take the shoe out, it's just white paper. And take a look at the shoe. A lot of people are like, we're tired of the fabric on the shoe that is meant to represent black culture. And black culture is more than kente. I agree with people. Sneakers are sneakers. Sneaker companies are companies that basically are advertising. Because if we're going to be honest about it, I'm trying to get it so you can see the equality that's on the inside of the shoe. If we're going to be honest about sneakers and we're going to really have these conversations, let's get to the size tag and give you the production date. Production date is 09/05/18 to 11/06/18. 11/06. Let's see, 18-11-24, less than 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks. So that's right on time. Our stamp matches our production date. And I'm going to show the shoe. I'm going to do a 360, but this is what I'm getting at. I hear people talk about sneaker culture, sneaker community. All of it is just sneakers, man. I love kicks just as much as anybody else. I never worked for a big brand. I started my own brand. That's how much I like kicks, right? I started my own brand. I designed them. I had them made. I had them imported. I made my own kicks. I was Black History. I don't get upset over sneakers, man. If you want your sneaker to represent your culture, you have a problem. Sneakers don't represent your culture. They don't represent your race. They're sneakers. The companies are billion-dollar companies. They're paid. You're not, more than likely, if you're complaining about the kicks. The shoes look good. And I hate to put a lot of, stuff onto this Kyrie 5. It's a decent looking shoe, man. Adidas making a shoe with a logo on the inside that they put on the basketball jerseys for the teams coming out. So the logo that's on the inside of the boots that they made is the same one that's on the basketball jerseys. The people who work for companies who complain about these companies, not once when I made my own shoe did anybody, black, white, purple, blue, green, none of them dudes hyped up my sneakers. If you really wanted to support people, there's Heroes, right? Heroes is owned by a black guy. There's Rockdeep, owned by a black guy. There's I'm trying to think of other companies. Superheroic, owned by a black guy. There's Q4, owned by a black guy. I don't know who owns Crossover Culture, but a bunch of ball players started it. You got all of these different companies out here. You won't rock those sneakers. You wouldn't have worn my sneakers. I lost 30 grand making sneakers. I did it because I love sneakers. You wouldn't have rocked those though. You would have laughed at them. And the same dudes that are like writing these letters and mad at Adidas, you would have laughed at them. You wouldn't have worn the stuff that a black dude made. Stop fronting. Everybody's fronting, trying to get this coverage and trying to get the love over their sneakers, man. As much as I love sneakers, I will complain about the glass ceiling that's at Foot Locker. I'll complain about the fact that a young black manager at a Champs quit. He'd been with the company for 10 years, quit because the doggone president, not the RVP or one of them, the VP of the region, told him in plain words, you can get your degree, but you're not going to move out of this store. These are sneakers, man. If you really want to make a difference, the next time a brother starts a shoe company, talk about them. Buy something. It's a sneaker. That's all it is. A sneaker is not going to change the world. An athlete's not going to change the world. These are dudes that barely went to college. And I'm not trying to disrespect these guys, but that's just the facts. If you like the sneaker, rock the sneaker. Don't expect a sneaker to change the world. It's not going to. You know who can change the world? You. You can change your kids. You can change your community. You can change the world. Now, that's my rant. The Kyrie 5 is dope. I like it. I'm not complaining about the fact that it's Kente or any of that stuff. But, dude, the sneaker ain't going to change the world. You change the world.